Greetings, Internet. It is I, the Goofball Prodigy. And our story starts here. Well, let me tell a story about when I was young and catching the school bus was so damn fun, yeah. When hometown came a big to me, I fear out the critter in the old gum tree. He wasn't a cat, dog, or koala, something a little bit smaller than an emu, kangaroo, crocodile, platypus, or a blue-ringed octopus. Duck! You're on Magpie Street. Magpie Street. You're on Magpie Street. Magpie Street. And this old bird, he's not all bad. He's just an old protective feathery dad that don't care about the vegan megas, meat eating Stevens. All he cares about you choose to rap, but to believe it's not a cat, dog, or koala, something a little bit smaller, not an emu, kangaroo, crocodile, platypus, or a blue-ringed octopus. Duck! You're on Magpie Street. Magpie Street. You're on Magpie Street. Magpie. Wanna hear a word about canaries or them plovers? Cause in Australia we talk about no wonder, and you better wear a nice hat on this street, or you'll mess with a little bird with a big beak. You're on Magpie Street. Magpie Street. On Magpie Street. Yeah. Magpie. Magpie Street. Magpie Street. You're on Gaston Bloody Street. Baby.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Live in Sydney. My name is Blessy. I am the guest host for today. And before we get to the interview, I would like to give a big shout out to our sponsors. We have Korean Red Ginseng Vital Tonic. There's so many health benefits with this product because it gives you energy and it improves your immune system, helps with your brain memory problems, good for blood circulation, balance, relaxation. Check it out. It is Korean Red Ginseng Vital Tonic. But also, I cannot proceed with this interview without also mentioning our microphone sponsors for today. It's the M-Drill Zone by ThroneMax, an amazing product. It's a gaming mic that we're using for this particular interview, and thank you so much for letting us use this beautiful piece of equipment. Anyway, let's head into the interview, and I would like to welcome our guest for today. His name is Cayman, but he also goes by the name of Goofball Prodigy. Welcome to the show. How you doing?
I am spectacular.
Amazing. Man, welcome to Live in Sydney. I loved the tunes and the vibes that you had with some of your songs and just the originality that you have. Can you tell me a little bit more about yourself and your style?
Sure. Thank you very much. I came here from the fourth dimension, and I yeah, I just had to switch places with my human counterpart, Cayman, and I am actually the only Fae to not possess the magic of my dimension. So here I am, and yeah, I guess I landed in Coffs Harbour.
Right.
And yeah, what was the question again?
Tell me about your musical style.
Yeah, my musical style. Right. Lyrical and lyrical, dynamic.
I got that, definitely.
And yeah, I think that's how I would describe my music.
Okay, that's awesome. Like I really have to make mention of the lyrics and the messages that you have in your songs and how they reflect you. So really just giving you a big round of applause. Just a lot of love because because you have such freedom in your expression, and it's something that is so refreshing and I truly admire. So thank you for your performances. They were amazing.
Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure.
So tell me, what age did you start playing music or start writing?
I began piano and guitar when I was 8, and I think I wrote my first song about 9.
Right.
And I've been writing songs ever since. I think, yeah, and it was about 14 to 16 where I really figured out what I wanted to say. And then, yeah, I think since then, I was about 17, I started producing, and I perfected my piano skills. And I don't know, I've gone through various experimentations with folk music, metal, electronic, hip hop, funk and jazz.
Right.
I've really gone through a couple of different things, and it really took I went through a phase where I had to learn to reel back the concepts that I wanted to do and really just focus on how to tell the message, and really just write a simple song and tell a direct concept. And then now I've come back to that, and that's what my new album is like. Adulting is, I brought all the complexity back, but it's with the sharpness of folk writing. But yeah, I don't know.
You definitely can hear how much you've explored in terms of genre and music and styles, and I can hear that in so much of what you do. And so I guess, what are your main influences in creating your music? Like maybe artists or particular styles that you use more of, maybe.
I could. There's a lot. I could tell you backwards in chronological.
Yeah,
to some
totally.
of the. I think currently I'm really into Lewis Cole. I think who else? Lewis Cole. Lawrence, they're cool. But like, I guess my biggest influences, like in the recent years, has been Jacob Collier, Stevie Wonder.
I was gonna say
Prince.
definitely Jacob Collier. Yeah.
John Mayer's always an influence.
Right.
Jeff Buckley was good in my formative years, along with Incubus and
For sure.
John Mayer. I think I just said that. Steely Dan.
Beautiful.
Angus and Julia Stone, Lior.
Shout out to
Bill
Leo.
Evans. Shout out to who?
Leo, man.
Leo.
He's an awesome Australian artist.
He's so wonderful. He's actually him and Jamie Callum.
Love Jamie.
They're my two vocal dittos. Like, they have the same range as me. So
Right.
I think we match. We're not the same, but their songs, we're like the same voice.
Yeah.
The same kind of voice. But
Kind of tonally.
yeah, tonally.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, and also I like Mr. Uckus and Sir Ukatuckus. They you don't want to know about them. They're from the First Dimension.
Damn.
And
How many dimensions do we have?
and you don't want to know, but you didn't want to hear about it here. But I also love old man Phyllis. He's the original Goofball Prodigy, and he went to the First Dimension. Do you like Old Man Phyllis?
You're going to have to introduce me to some of your favorites, because I need to get educated on some of this stuff.
Damn. Well, yeah, I'll show you sometime. But
I'm so keen.
I guess Khaki King too. I used to love Khaki King and Michael Hedges. Their percussive instrumental guitar was really influential. So yeah, I guess a lot of these are different artists. Joni Mitchell, James. Oh, and I forgot one of the biggest like Jacob Collier, Stevie Wonder, Prince, and Tyler the Creator.
Yeah,
he is
for real.
Him and Jacob, they are everything. Everything.
Amazing.
Yeah, those are the guys I'm striving to be like.
I feel like you would need to create a list for all of the listeners to go back and do some research on, just so that they can really immerse and feel your message and your music too in that space and in that zone. Speaking of your music, what are you going to be playing next for us?
Class Dismissed.
Was saying he's crazy on account that the genius at 80 hates it. Well, I'm not gonna listen what the teachers try to tell me. I'm gonna go home, watch Rick and Morty. Pass the test, I'm the best. They don't know intelligence that I possess. I follow vision, not dreams, cause I want them as much more. The nearer divergence to one explore. When not sitting around playing dumb no more. Dumb no more. Rick and Morty, Rick and Morty. Wasn't in school, hell, guess it's classes. I know that I'm cool now. Wasn't in school, well, guess it's classes. Dismissed. It's been a long time since high school, and we know it's been a long time since high school. We know who Goofball is. Know that we're cool now. Wasn't in school, how guess this class is dismissed. Yeah.
That song was amazing. I had to take some notes just personally, because the message that you have in Class Dismissed, I think we spoke about it earlier, kind of reminded us of a little bit of John Mayer's No Such Thing in a lot of different ways. And you had this sort of Keys Rhodes sound. It was smooth, it was jazzy, it had sultriness to it. And I love how what you were saying is kind of like coming into your own in terms of your own confidence and really embracing that. Tell me about your creative process or even your personal process in making that song and that message come to life.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much for the lovely words. My process, yeah, I will say it's always a great joy for me to sing that song. I think that song makes me, if I'm down, if I play that song, I'll feel really good because what was my approach to that was really, I don't know, musically it was just like I hadn't written any songs for a long time. In the end of 2020, I just kind of wrote it. I was working in a film studio and I found a job that I really liked and I was like, oh, I'm really happy. I'm going to write this song. I like just kind of accepted because I've always avoided high school, the topic. I hate talking about it. I used to because of the not really PTSD, but like, yeah, just such a horrible time for me, such a lonely, horrible time. But in saying that, so the chords, I guess, really it was pretty easy to write lyrically. It was kind of like, I go through numerous processes. I've tried a few. Right. Like sometimes I write them just vocally. Sometimes I collect collages of lyrics over years, or sometimes I write the music and the lyrics at the same time. But this one was really like I was just playing these chords and then suddenly, yeah, it did come out at the same time, the whole thing, and it was it just kind of spewed out everything I needed to say. But when I produced the song, I didn't plan to have the rap section in it and stuff, and then that allowed me to extrapolate more on some of the ideas and I don't know, it's just a healing song for me. And
sounds very personal,
something I like to share. And and it also I've always loved John Mayer's music, and a lot of my original like older songs growing up were pretty much just Room for Square
Preach
kind of inspired.
Yeah, man, I love that. I love the John Mayer sort of influence in that and how personal you made that song and invited everybody into your world with those, with how everything kind of just was in that zone. So that's awesome. Have you performed that song live very much and gotten any reaction, or at least people relate to it because they've had similar maybe coming of their own or coming of age experiences?
I've performed it a couple times and people have said something. I've had a few people tell me that they deeply relate to it, but it tends to get overshadowed by more of my aggressive, quirky songs. Or usually people forget the whole point actually, and I actually had someone say, I love your nonsense music that doesn't mean anything. It's just so fun. Like Rick and Morty, who writes a song about Rick and Morty? And I go, there's a lot more to it than that. But there's a few people that really listen to it and actually do pick up what I'm putting down.
You know, it's your truth.
Yeah, I think it's actually my favourite song to play. One of my favourite songs to play from the album. I play it a lot when I'm busking and stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
Have you had any funny or weird things or experiences throughout your performances or even through busking? Anything memorable for you that stands out?
Funny. I've done a lot of things. I did once, like I did a battle of the bands, and I have Mr. Camel. He's a good friend of mine. He attacks me sometimes, but this time we kind of planned this one. We pretended. I went up the stage, and just as I was about to play, my camel came out and attacked me, and I had a wrestling match, and everyone was very old there, and they were like,
so, what? When you say camel, what is this like a a pet dog that you've called a camel? Is this
he's actually starring in my my music video for my cover of Drive by Incubus. It's also on Spotify,
cool.
but yeah, he's in that, and he pretended to try and kill me, but he's actually a real sweetie, and yeah, he's made of like pillow stuff, and he's stuffed and stuff, but he's a real fun guy.
We're gonna need a real introduction to camel some stage.
Oh,
but maybe
can I tell
not for
another
today.
story?
Yeah, by all means.
One time I did an interview on radio, and the radio people didn't know I was doing through the day I was doing an Instagram story going, I'm going to sneak him in the studio. And then, so on Instagram, if you looked at it, you would see like photos of him. I hid him under the desk, and I was like, shh. And like, but the people, the presenters didn't know. Anyway, I thought that was funny.
Did he stay there? Did you leave him behind?
Oh, of course not. I took him. He comes with me everywhere.
He's your mascot.
Yeah.
Love. So with your new album, what inspired adulting for you? Just your life currently, or what you've come to realize thus far, or I mean, like in terms of your whole concept, adulting is Goofball Prodigy's new album. Is it new? Yeah, it's like brand spanking new.
Came out in November last year, so it's only been a few months.
It's a few months old. I guess that's what you had been working on, and in terms of creating that body of work, what made you choose adulting as your theme, really?
Originally, it was going to be called Prince of Losers, because I always do hashtag Prince of Losers on social media.
Fair.
But I felt like adulting was more clear and precise and just aesthetically pleasing to be written down. And yeah, I guess it's much more of a statement. I did find another guy, this progressive jazz arranger who did an album adulting the year before, and I was like, so it's not completely original, but that only came out a year before. So there's 2 adulting albums, but and it's really good actually. But anyway, shout out to Plexus Play. Anyway, yeah. So I think what happened was I had Class Dismissed, and I had Magpie Street from 2020, and I just kind of started recording some songs, and I thought I think it just kind of happened that because I started at the studio. The film studio, and then I bought a bunch of like all my music studio stuff, because before that I was using very strange software to make my albums, and it wasn't working. So yeah, I finally had proper software, and I was like, I'm gonna smash out this EP. But it quickly turned into an album, and I started writing new songs, and I guess I just had it was just more like I knew exactly that whatever I was making, it was going to be about what I said. And like the title track Adulting was literally not meant to be a song, it was just meant to be an interlude, but it turned into a summary. And yeah, Loser, Class Dismissed, Magpie Street, Adulting, Lights, they're all about they just all seemed that they had a common theme.
Yep.
But at the same time as I was recording them, I just had a pure vision, and it happened I recorded it all in 6 months and finished mixing in like maybe 7-8 months. So it was a very spontaneous thing. The other albums took like 3 years at a time. So
wow.
I don't know. Yeah, it was just really, I really, mentally and physically, I'd come into my own. I was running every day, and then I'd go home and I'd work my album, work all day, and I don't know. Yeah, you just really, it was just
more of a natural experience.
Yeah. Yeah, and I also, it's kind of like, it captures Room for Squares, which is my, a template for one of my templates for just like pop albums.
Love it.
I don't know. Yeah.
Love it. Saying all this, where can people find your music? What are your social media handles, and where can we find you basically? Online.
Also, I forgot to say, my album also is I've literally made it part of the lore of the storyline for Goof Prodigy, and that it's literally a message for everyone, to motivate everyone to get out of bed. Like Beautiful. Future came in as well. Anyway, so yeah.
Where can we find this? Where can we find this album? Where can we find you?
All right.
Music.
Yeah, my music. Oh yeah, my music and my short films and my podcast, you can be found is Goofball Prodigy, and Heartbeats is my second channel on YouTube. So on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, Instagram, Facebook is Kman, Kman, and yeah, I'm out everywhere. Please follow Spotify, but please buy from iTunes, but also please check out my YouTube channel, Goofball Prodigy and Heartbeats, because that is where I'm putting out the most content, and you can learn more about the storylines and the future projects.
Beautiful. Can't wait to see more coming from you. Thank you so much for coming into the show, coming here to Live in Sydney. And if you can just close us out by telling us a little bit about the last song that you were about to perform.
Okay, the last song is FOMO Machine, and I wrote that in 2019 during my folk era, and I was experimenting with just simplifying music, even though it wasn't a simple chord structure. It's not jazz like the rest of the album. So, yeah, this last song is, I guess it's just really just, it's one of those songs I wrote when I was angry, and it was kind of a premeditation of songs I'd written from 10 to 16 that I finally, when I was like not 20, I decided to make this full piece. And it's just something to bring everyone together and kind of when they're angry and go, I don't need to be part of anything. Exactly. You don't, because I always struggled with fitting in. So I guess it's
be in your own space, own your own zone. And there was one particular thing when I listened to this song before, and you had a particular lyric that went that you didn't want to be part, or that we're part of the technological age, but it's actually the technological cage. And I just thought that was really, really powerful. So thank you so much for your artistry, for your presence. And we're going to close it off with this song. So thank you so much for everybody for joining in. And until next time, thank you. Thank you, Goofball Prodigy, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Nah. I'll validate a stranger again. Been looking for my internet girlfriend. Follow for follow, but not into the sunset. Man, if you're looking for love, it's not the dopamine outlet. Yeah, insecure. Yes, I am. I needed 10,000 likes on my Instagram. Well, get off your phone tonight. So got the colors of blue and white. Get off your phone tonight. This big brother scheme for the neon dream. But I got to say, screw the FOMO machine. The FOMO machine, screw the FOMO machine, screw the FOMO machine, screw the FOMO machine. Yeah. When I should be up and rolling, man, I'm down on my phone, I'm scrolling. Everybody here's trying to save face. Makes me feel like my life's not on the same pace. Of all these notifications, just of like the conversations, I don't wanna be inside. I should be out there feeling alive, but insecure. Yes, I am. I needed 10,000 likes on my Instagram. Well, get off your phone tonight. Colors are blue and white. Get off your phone tonight. It's Big Brother's scheme for the neon dream. FOMO machine. FOMO machine, screw the FOMO machine, screw the FOMO machine, screw the FOMO machine. Na 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 na. Live in a technological age, more like technological cage. And I'm more concerned about my Snapchat and where all my friends are at. You're in the room right next to me. You're all in the room right next to me. You're all on the room right next to me. On Facebook trying to text me. Get off your phones tonight. Sick of the colors of the blue and white. Get off your phones tonight. Oh, it's Big and Brother scheme from the neon dream. But I got to say, screw the FOMO, screw the FOMO. FOMO machine, screw the 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 fear of missing out. Oh, I know you feel how I feel. Sing louder, sing FOMO machine, screw the FOMO machine, screw the FOMO machine, screw the FOMO machine, FOMO machine, screw the FOMO machine, screw the FOMO machine. Yeah. Stop looking at me. If you know, you know.